Why isn't it live on YouTube though? Oh, yeah, we are. We're good. Let's do this, baby. Oh yes. Oh yes. We are live. Oh baby, here we go. Here we go. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm.
Well, Hamad. We found ourselves in a same thing,
Folks,
just a different week.
man, I got a lot to say to you today. I'm
Oh,
tired of all
come
this crap you've been saying during the week. I'm tired of it.
I got
Telling
more than
me
enough to
up
say,
and down.
Hamada.
I tried getting an app to like use my phone as a webcam because I know I've been getting a lot of hate because of my camera quality. See, I tried fixing it. We had some technical difficulties, but hopefully by next week, we can fix that issue. But you guys are gonna have to live with me for another week like this.
Yeah, I can barely see you. Yeah, just like how I can barely see Halal Sprite getting Mickey Dubs, but we'll leave that. We'll leave
Yeah,
that for
yeah, yeah.
later.
Mickey Dubs, right? Mickey Dubs. Oh, baby. Let's let these viewers trickle in. Let's let these viewers trickle in. Interesting, Tokes. Interesting. I'm looking over the games right now. Interesting. I kind of like these stats you had this week.
We'll save that for later.
Not bad, not bad at all. Huh. Looks like there's some propaganda going on, but hmm. Wow, that's a bad look. What am I looking at right now?
Hamada, pin Waleed's video right quick. Did you see what he
That's a
sent you?
very bad look. That is a very, very bad look, Tokes. Interesting. Wow. Such a shame. Such a shame. How does this happen? How? What am I looking at right now?
We got about like few people in. I guess we'll wait a couple more minutes, let everyone get in.
Hmm. Talk to me, Tokes. How's your day? Because I kind of want to butter you up before I unleash and unload all over you. So, what do
Hamada,
you?
you know what they say? Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. I don't even know what the rest of the saying is, but it had something to do with something.
A little something to do with something, huh?
All right, we got 10 people in. Hamada, should we start? What do you think?
Kick us off, Tokes.
All right, guys, welcome back to the fourth installment of Nightcap Season 2. Me and Hamada are ready to unleash and unload after one of the most craziest weeks in MFL. We saw everything this week from shutouts to big game performances from a lot of players, and there was a lot of movement between teams, power ranking wise and standing wise, heading into week 5.
Hmm.
So, our first topic of the day, and it's a very controversial topic.
No, no, no. I think
We,
I think I know where I want to go with this one first.
oh my God, oh no,
Came up with this?
is Habibi
Who came up
Elite
with this segment?
back?
Who came up with this crap?
Is Habibi Elite back? You know what, Hamada? I'll let you talk about my team.
No, no, you take the honors. It's your team. You finally got a dub. I think you should
Look,
be able to
no,
speak
I want to hear
first.
what you have to say first, and then I'll unleash on you.
All right, it's my turn. I don't want to hear any interruptions. You let me go and wait until I finish.
I'm all
Understood?
ears. I'm all
Understood?
ears.
All right. Is Habibi Ali back? It's interesting that the first name in your team name is Habibi because BB stands for BB gun because all you guys are is a BB gun offense. But they got their first dub. Alhamdulillah. Stop the presses. Stop the presses. Get the journalists. Get the cops. Clear the roads. Habibi Ali got a dub. Now, how did they get this dub? Let's break this down for you because I grind all 22. I do my coaching analysis. I do my homework. I study before the games. Let's have some stats real quick. Wow, Tokes. One TD and a pick six. Wow, Tokes. Wow, wow. Okay, that's pretty nice. I should say
Light
though that
work.
pick six was a little fugazi because it bounced off the hands of Khalil or KJ Smith, should I say? But he took it back to the crib. Well done. You made a play on the ball. We can see it right here. Like, all right, all right. You made a play. You made a play. You would have an audio, but all you hear is Nadim screaming in the background like you guys just won the damn Super Bowl. But albeit they get a dub, this team thinks they won the Super Bowl now. Now, who are you playing? Now, I'm a fan of degree of difficulty. Now, the defense you guys played was elite. It is elite. But, I mean, you guys didn't really score by that many points, right? Big O had one touchdown and one pick. So you didn't do much on offense. And on defense, you held them to 0 points. But as I've said, and I'll keep regurgitating it every single week, if Amir does not throw picks, they can win. This week, what happened? Zero touchdowns, two picks. It's easy pick-ons on offense. It's easy pick-ons on defense. You have one. It's a one-dimensional team. It's easy to guard, but you guys did it without Azuz. Now, before I unleash and unload over your first round pick, I want to give you props. I want to give you credit because big man Tokes, the man sitting across from me, stood up, took the mantle, took the role as the alpha man, alpha role receiver on the team. He stepped up, rolled his team to victory. The team finally looked like they had some type of cohesion on the field, without lacking their big star. But I'll get
Don't
into
do
I'll get
that.
into that a little bit later on. But I want to let you go because to answer the question, is Habib Ali back? To be back, that means you have arrived. You should have arrived before, but this team never arrived. They never entered the room. They were waiting outside the whole damn league. They were waiting outside the whole damn time until the waiting list. They finally came up on the waiting list. Finally got a dub. But are they back? They never came. They finally got a dub. They might feel themselves. This man across from me, Tokes. I've talked too much. It's your turn.
Is Habibi Elite back? Hmm. You know, I would say we never left, first and foremost.
You
This
never
team, look,
came.
listen. What I will have to say is we had no Omar Yusuf, no Azuz, and we needed a win to fight back to get in the standings. And someone had to go out there and just set the tone. And on the first play of the game, I was like, I gotta set a tone for the team. We got a pick six. We got the 2 point conversion. The next drive, we get a safety on the very first play. So we're up 10-0 in a matter of 3 minutes, and we scored a touchdown on our first offensive drive. So we're up 18-0 with probably about 7 minutes of playtime. So 13 minutes of half left. And at that point, we're missing guys who can stretch the field like Azuz, like El Yusuf. And Big O was like,
Mm,
Big O's like, he's not gonna make any mistakes. So we knew if Big O didn't make any mistakes, we could just win this game defensively. We wanted to be on the defensive end this game.
mm,
We allowed one first down all game. We pitched the first shutout of MFL this season
mm,
against a team with superstar receivers like AJ and Khalil, and
mm,
then you got guys like Yezen who can make a difference. Amir with his legs, he can make a difference.
mm,
Like that's an offense that even if you're saying, okay, they're not gonna go and be that electrifying offensively, you'd at least expect them to put up some points. But we allowed them to not even move the ball past the first down marker until the final drive. They didn't get a first down until their last drive of the game.
mm,
So when we know we can control the team and the flow of the game, we're not gonna go out there and just chuck the ball deep and let them get back in the game. So I think Big O did a great job of managing the game. He did a
mm,
he did a perfect job of managing
mm.
the game because he changed the game for us in the beginning. So he's getting better and better as the week goes. Per my sources, I think we'll have everybody on the roster going into next week. That per my sources, and we have I the next week. So there's a potential chance of us going on a 2 game winning streak heading into a seeding game, and the seeding game might be a rematch against Galleria from what it's looking
Mm.
like. So there's a chance of a 3 game winning streak heading into playoffs, and I don't think anyone wants to see Habibi Elite in a playoff matchup. That's all I
Hmm.
have to say.
I think I would love to see Habibi Elite with with their full squad because with a full squad, this team is worse. Yes, I said it. This week, your defense looked the best it has all season. Your offense was actually able to move the ball at times
Don't
against
say what I
one of
think
the
you're
top
about to
defenses
say.
in the league. Now, what I'm about to say may
Don't say
trigger
it.
some people.
Don't say what I'm thinking you're about to. If you say what you're about to say, it's on site. It's war. Where we're going to war.
Folks, unfortunately, I think you might agree with me on this. But you might hide it to keep the team together. Now, I can't even it's hard for me to say this because I have so much respect for this man and I know his talents.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Guys, this team is better without Azuz. Yes, I said it. I said it. I said it. Now, what I'm about to say right now is just fact.
Azuz, write
It's
that
just
down.
fact.
Azuz, use that as motivation.
Guys, get ready for this. You know, Habib Ali, as you guys may know, haven't won a game the whole season. Their first round pick misses a week. SubhanAllah, they get a dub. The team looks better. They look more motivated. They look more inspired. They look like an actual team. Now, on the flip side, his old quarterback, the real Big O, Ahmad Egypt, people were calling him a plumber. They were starting to call him a janitor. They were calling him the most overrated quarterback in MFL history. Azuz leaves him. Ahmad Egypt's undefeated. Now, guys, what is this? What could this possibly mean? I don't know. I mean, first
Look,
time
you're
in
looking too
history,
deep
Ahmad
into
Egypt's
it.
ever gone 4-0. I was told per sources, I was gonna be in hell. I was gonna be in jail. Me and Ben were gonna fall off and plummet off the face of the earth. But we're the best team in the league
Look,
right now.
first
Now,
of all,
I'm just gonna throw that out there. Now it's whether you guys, be smart and believe me on this, but the best Habib Ali ever looked was without their first round pick, and the best Egypt's ever looked was without his
whoa,
former
whoa, whoa, I can
pick.
explain. First of all,
I hand the floor to you.
look, I did tell you last week, going into this week, I was a 100% healthy. You saw a 100% healthy Tokes. That was the main difference. And Big O, like I said, he's maturing as a quarterback. As the weeks go on, he's getting better and better and smarter and smarter. Azuz is, look, he's a once in a lifetime type of a talent. He's a generational talent. He's a guy who can, anytime he touches a ball, you're scared of a touchdown, whether that's on
Mm,
offense or defense. All
mm.
right. Now, speaking about Habibi Elite, yes, they may be 4-0, but anytime I hear the name Habibi Elite these days, there's only one thing that comes to my mind. And when I hear Habibi Elite, this is what I think of.
Clubhouse appear, we get to say the magic words.
Yeah, Habib Ali.
Miska,
Yeah,
Muska.
I
Habib
mean,
Ali.
Halal Sprite.
Yeah,
This is
Habib
what I
Ali,
think.
right?
Halal Sprite.
Miska, Muska,
Floridian
Mickey
slip, guys. Floridian slip.
Wait, Halal Sprite theme song.
Don't do this, Tokes. You're embarrassing yourself.
Why? Why you ask me? Nothing crazy. Why? I know
Turn
you
that off,
like
Tokes. I don't want to hear any
me.
more of that crap.
OMAREGYPT. OMAREGYPT. Mickey Mouse.
Turn that shit off. I don't want to hear that anymore. Turn that crap up for me, and I unload all over you and your team and your quarterback and your players. I don't want to hear that crap
Hamada,
anymore.
I just cooked you yet again.
You didn't cook me. All you did was play at a little song and thought you were funny and thought you were making a good take, but it was a horrible take because they didn't mean nothing. Because I'm about to unleash and unload over that Mickey Mouse take.
That's all I hear when I think of Halal Sprite these days. All right.
All right. You want to talk about Halal Sprite, do you? All right. All right. Let's move on then. Bigger favorite to win it all, FC Palestine or Halal Sprite? Since you want to talk about Mickey Mouse, I mean, I can only give you the floor right now. What do you got to say about this?
Look, this is a self-explanatory question right here. Bigger favorite to win it all, FC Palestine or Halal Sprite? I mean, come on. Even a bloke in clock is right twice a day. Even a blind nut finds
Be
a
careful
squirrel
what you
once
say
a
now,
day.
because I will make you look stupid. Be careful what you say right now.
The bigger favorite to win it all between these two teams?
Be careful.
Okay. All right. I've been hitting on Halal Sprite all year, but I cannot hate on the record. 4-0 record, even though it might be Mickey. It might be Mickey. I'm going with Halal. FC Palestine has the bigger favorite to win it all. And you want to know why? Because of that quarterback that I see compared to the quarterback for Halal Sprite. Oh, when I see Doomy, he's just slinging the ball all over the field.
No.
Yes, we know Doomy's a playoff choker and he's a
no.
regular season quarterback, but I don't trust Egypt one bit in the playoffs. And do I trust Hamada to be able to play 2 playoff games in a row with his old body and broken down self? Absolutely not. Omar Al Ahmed hasn't done anything this season. You guys have been it's Ben or bust. Change the team name to Halal Ben or Ben Sprite because he's the only one that's putting in work on that team. He's saving you guys week in and week out. And you're going up against teams who are missing guys constantly. This is an absolute a Mickey team that's going to probably get bounced out in the first round of the playoffs. You guys might get lucky and get a bye week, but I don't even see you guys winning a playoff game, first of all. Second of all, I think that Doomy's team, especially with them getting Clink Ali Benny back and Backer on the other end at corner, that's a pure shutdown defense. And then you got that quarterback who right now, Doomy is looking like the best dual threat quarterback at the moment right now. And we all know Doomy can sling the ball, but he's most dangerous when he's running as well. So right now, I think the bigger favorite to win it all, without a doubt, unequivocally, just without a hesitation, without a doubt in my mind, is FC Palestine. And you better not glaze your own team. You better pick FC Palestine here.
It's my turn. Now, I do not want the audience and the viewers at home to get absolutely fooled by what you just said and what you just regurgitated on this live. The man sitting across from me has been the number one. Doomy is the Aaron Rodgers of the league, Mr. Take. That's his take, not mine. That's his take. I've supported him, but he created that take. Better dual threat quarterback, Doomy. Now, if you guys been keeping up with the lives on a weekly basis, he's been the Sudani guy, but he's flipping on that too, I guess. Okay, he's flipping on Sudani now.
I never said that. Whoa, stop putting words in my mouth, Hamad.
I wrote it down,
Don't
folks.
put words
It's right
in my
here.
mouth.
You
better
said
stop
it.
that.
Better dual threat quarterback right now is Doomy. You
Right.
said that
But
on this live. People
did I
heard
say-
it. It's on tape.
Wait, hold up. Wait a minute. Did I say that? Doomy is the best quarterback in the league. I didn't say that.
You said Doomy is the better
No.
dual threat quarterback.
Look, I'm still the Sudani guy. I see what you're trying to do.
It's my
You
turn.
can't have
Let
my
me
guy.
finish. It's
That's
my turn.
guy.
Shut up.
That's my
Shut
guy,
up.
Hamada. That's my guy. Don't try to take my guy.
All right, you can have him. He's still your guy. You can have him because I know what I did to him this week. So you can take my sloppy seconds. That's what you can take.
What?
Now, the number one Doomy, Mr. Aaron Rodgers. Doomy has never won a playoff game in his entire career. Mr. Aid Stonehands Abu Hamda, the 0-4 Halal Hustlers, the man Mr. Ahmad Ayish claimed might be the worst team in MFL history. That quarterback beat Doomy last season. Okay. Now Ahmad Egypt, he has a championship, right? You remember that
We
year?
don't count youth rings.
You
We're
remember
not
that year?
counting youth MFL rings.
You know, I'm gonna take even more credit in that ring, considering he had Azuz on that team, and knowing
That ring
knowing
that
now
does not
what
count
type
as
of
a ring.
knowing
That
what type of
youth
dancer he
MFL
is
rings
now,
don't count.
it's a great
You
ring.
wait. If does Omar Egypt have one of these back here?
I don't
Okay, I
know.
didn't
I
think
don't know,
so.
but I know Ahmed Egypt has a ring and multiple playoff wins, and Dumi
He
has
doesn't have a
0.
ring. He does. MFL Junior is the equivalent to the
Let
WNBA.
me
MFL,
finish.
the real MFL is
Let
the
me finish.
NBA.
It's
That's the
my turn.
equivalent level.
It's my turn.
Stop
Now,
trying to big him up.
Jokes, I need you to come on here and please provide some objectivity, because you're not gonna, guys. If you come to this live, if you're seeking non-biased takes, well, you might as well leave, because you're not getting it from the man sitting across from me. You're not getting it from
Look
Vince.
at the
You're
guy
not getting
talking
it
about
from
you're
Vince,
glazing your own
because all he
team.
did, all he did was pick FC Palestine for a take he has lived by, that Doomy is a playoff choker, but he still chose to pick him just to
And
hate
what's the
on
other
my
take that I've
team.
lived
He's
by?
a hater.
Wait,
That's all
wait,
he
what's the
is.
other
I'm
take that
sorry.
I've lived
I'm
by?
4-0. Doomy's 3-1. I beat Sudani. He beat Sudani. And the beauty in it is that we play Doomy this week
Oh,
again. Now,
oh,
I'm gonna come out here. My team,
oh.
my quarterback is gonna come out here this week and beat Doomy again, and then the same old story, the same old regurgitation take is gonna happen on this live again. He's gonna call it Mickey. We're gonna be the most Mickey 5-0
Can
team
you
in
guys
NFL
beat a
history.
team with
We're
a
gonna win
full
a
team?
playoff game.
Can
He's
you
gonna call
beat
that
a
Mickey.
full team?
I'm gonna win a.
Can
We're
you
gonna win a
beat a
championship.
full
I'm gonna hoist the
team?
Lombardi. He's gonna call that Mickey. I mean, if you guys were in my position, how can I win? I can't win,
Look,
because all
per
this
my
man is gonna
sources,
do is call my wins Mickey.
Muntasir Mensi is missing the game. Hey, he might be at Avenue selling, some Hellstar and some Spider. I don't knock the hustle, but if Muntasir Mensi is not playing for Doomy, and if you guys win, come on, what do you want me to say? It's Mickey. Come on, be a full team. Like, look, you guys are the
Beat your team. I
definition.
beat your
You
team when
guys
you were
are the
full.
definition of the 2020 Steelers who were 12-0 and they got bounced out in the playoffs first round. Look, I see the writing. The writing is on the wall. This has the makings of a team who's gonna go undefeated in the regular season but lose in the first playoff game that they play in. Like, come on. Like, I have absolutely no trust in Halal Sprite, and I know, and this says a lot because I have absolutely barely any trust in Doomy because
But you
Doomy
just
hasn't won a
plays him for
playoff game in
25
7
minutes.
years. But that shows you that I trust a guy who hasn't won a playoff game in his entire career more than a Mickey team. Okay, now if Doomy's entire team is there and you guys win, I'm not gonna be a hater. I will give you credit when credit is due. I give credit when credit is due. But these
All right, all right.
past 4 weeks,
So I
I
can't I
haven't
can't give
seen
you credit. I
anything.
can't give you credit for being Gallery of Guardians. Nuh wasn't there.
We,
I
we
can't give you
had no
credit.
Aziz. What?
I can't give you credit. But based off my take, Azuz is clearly he clearly doesn't matter, because my
You
quarterback is undefeated without him, and your
you
quarterback has
you
0 wins
you,
with him.
you got
So
you guys
clearly
have
he
you
doesn't
guys have
matter.
your entire roster every week. You guys have your entire roster every week. What do you want? Like, look,
The best
Dawood and Ben are
ability,
saving that
the
team.
best ability is availability.
Oh
So
my
if you
God.
show up and be a team,
Ex-
I'm sorry, I can't knock you for playing who's
exactly.
on the
You
schedule.
guys are playing teams who have guys who aren't available. So you're not going up against the high comp. You're going up against Mickey. That's why I call it Mickey Hamada. Come on.
Was Sudani there?
Was Mo Allen there? Was was
Wait, wait, wait,
was
wait, wait,
wait
wait, wait,
wait?
wait.
Who else were
Are
they?
you
Was
claiming that Mohammed
Yanada
Adnan
there?
is more important than Sudani?
Mo
Did you just say
Allen
that on live
and Yanada
television?
Rahimi. Yeah, Yanada Rahima and Mo Allen were not there, and that means that was a Mickey dub because the two out of their probably four important players are missing the game. And you want me to sit up here and give you flowers and clap my hands that you guys beat a team with no Mo Allen and no Yanal while you guys were at full strength and Sudani's
Tokes,
running for
Tokes,
his
Tokes. You
life.
understand? Do you understand for that team, having no Yanel and Alan is actually better? Because
Oh
the
my
best
God,
player
here
on
we
that
go with
team,
these takes.
the best
Here we
player
go with
on
these
that team is
takes.
Musa Mullet. Having those players on the side forces Musa to get all the opportunity. But without two other elite receivers on the team, Musa had the keys to the car were given to him, and he had 0 catches. Why, Tokes? Can you explain to me why Musa Mullet, Mr. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Mr. Best Rookie of all time, had 0 catches, even when the keys to the cars, the keys to the kingdom were given to
Look,
him? Why, Tokes? Answer that question.
well, there's a difference, Hamada. There's
Answer
players
it.
like me who can thrive in a wide receiver one role all the
Mm,
time.
mm,
Now, listen, Musa's a rookie, so getting thrusted into the wide receiver one role where you're getting bracketed every route, it's
mm.
difficult. Only veteran players like you saw myself can beat bracket coverages. Now, as Musa gains experiences as his career goes on and on, he'll learn how to beat bracket coverages and be able to beat the number one receiver. But right now, as of right now, I think Musa is a great complementary piece to guys like Yanal and Mo Allen. See, Yanal in his career, he's been a bona fide wide receiver one his whole career. So if you're taking
Who's
a
the
guy
better
like
player,
that,
Tokes? Who's the better player today, right now? Who?
look, all I
It's not
know,
even close.
listen, all I know, Sudani trusts Yanal in the big time situations
I
more
don't think he does because he's been throwing it to Musa the most.
because Yanal and Mo Allen have been there. So when Yanal is getting bracketed, when Mo is getting bracketed,
Yanel is not getting bracketed. And Musa, last week, I played him. I will give you guys my defensive strategy right now. We did not bracket him either. So Tokes is lying on live television right now to the
come
general public.
on,
He is
look,
lying. I am not gonna let these lies keep spreading. Musa was not bracketed. We shut him down because Ahmad Ahmed is the better player and he's the better corner and he's the best corner in the league and he can shut down whatever receivers across from him. You know that, and
wait,
I know that.
wait. I thought you just said be objective. You're talking about being objective, but all you're doing is glazing halal Sprite.
Objective. I told you we didn't bracket him, but you tried out here and just tried putting words in my
Look,
mouth,
all I
saying what
know
we
is
did when we
if
didn't even
all I
do
know
that.
is if
Why are you
Mu'mineen
lying?
had their full
Why do you have to lie to get your takes across? I want to
look,
understand that. Why do you have to lie?
look, all I know is if Mu'mineen
Mm,
had their
exactly.
full team,
Exactly.
it would have been scary hours for halal Sprite. Might have turned into haram Sprite for a second, maybe would have been some crash outs left and right. But we'll move on to our final segment. Oh, who had the worst loss?
This is your
Galleria
boy.
Guardians
This is your
or
boy.
Mu'mineen?
It's your boy, Tokes. We're a Mickey team, so
Well,
Sudani losing to us. What could that possibly mean?
heading into this week, Galleria Guardians were ranked number 3 on Aisha's A list. They're ranked as a top 3 team and a real potential, maybe even Super Bowl contender, shall I say, with the way their defense was playing and how the offense was coming along. But I think the worst loss. This is pretty easy. The worst loss is Galleria Guardians. We have not seen a team get shut out at all in the MFL. To get shut out and to only have one first down all game compared to a team who kept it competitive and missing two of their best players and just barely lost. Like, come on, Hamada. This one we should both agree on. I think we can both agree that Galleria Guardians had the worst loss. Like
I don't
defensively,
agree. I don't agree.
oh my
Tell me when it's
God.
my turn.
Look, you know what? You can have the floor because I know all you do is hate on Sudani. Look, if Sudani made lemonade with lemons, you would still say, well, why didn't he do it fast enough? Because all you do is hate on Sudani all the time.
All I do is hate on Sudani, guys. But this man, all he does is glaze Sudani. Sudani could pass gas, and you'd claim it's cologne. That's all I know. That's all I know.
That's not
Now,
true.
ladies and gentlemen, this man just sat up here on this YouTube live in front of holding the entire balance of the MFL in his hands, and claimed that our whole schedule was Mickey. Okay. So that means okay, he's Mickey. The Galleria Guardians, Mickey, okay. Habibi Ali, oh, that's a Mickey win, okay. Mu'mineen,
Wait,
the Sudani guy just claimed that Sudani's a
wait,
Mickey win?
wait. Did you
Whoa,
guys?
whoa. So if my team is the worst 4-0 team in MFL history with Sudani, the one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, would him losing to that team be justified? Can you explain that to me right now?
The reason why I called your guys' wins Mickey is because there's key players missing from the opposing team every single week.
I thought Sudani was a force multiplier. Can he not win without the Avengers? Are you saying Sudani cannot win without the Avengers? Is that what you're telling me?
What I'm saying is even Patrick Mahomes needs help. All right? When you're throwing up plumbers and guys who just are cashiers at times, you can only do so much with those guys. You can only make those guys look so good. Listen, at the end of the day, it's like Sudani, he has to have his guys. Like, come on, man. Yanal is a guy he's been playing with for years and years. Same with Mo Allen. Well, look, with all due respect,
How much help does he need? He had Danish. He had Muhammad. He had Awad. He had Musa. What else do you want to give him? There's a Hall of Fame quarterback we're talking about. But this man is saying he needs the Avengers.
I'm just saying he needs to have his
Please,
team
bro.
there.
You can't come on the show and just be a hypocrite, and you can't fool these people, Tokes. You have to be real.
Look, I'm being
Sudani
real.
is your guy, and he lost to Egypt. The crapper Egypt. The guy you claimed is the worst quarterback in the league. Sudani lost to him.
Wait. I never said Egypt the worst quarterback.
Now, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I'm just saying by your logic, what meaning losing to us would be considered the worst loss? Because what you're saying, your team is coming back. Your team's on the rise. So Galleria losing to them without Nuh, without Yezin for a half, that would be considered a decent loss, right?
Well, it would have been considered decent unless you get shut out, which no other team has gotten shut out in the history of this season. That's the first shutout of the season. So when I look at that, if a team that can't even muster one first down with superstar receivers like AJ and Khalil, that's a pretty bad loss, especially if you're losing to a team who's missing a generational talent player like Azuz. I mean, it's pretty clear cut. Uh, Going into that game, if you tell me Azuz is missing the game, Omar Al Yusuf is missing the game, I'm pretty sure everyone's saying Galleria Guardians is going to win by blowout. Am I right or am I right?
I never claimed Galleria Guardians had a great offense. I told you, Amir, if he throws picks, that team can't win because if they turn the ball over and put their defense on a short field, they're gonna lose games because they simply do not have the firepower to score on offense. I've made that claim before, and so have you. So them scoring 0 points when we both agreed they're
But we've seen Amir throw.
We've seen Amir on a daily, weekly basis.
That doesn't matter.
Their offense is not ready for that. They're not ready for that.
We've seen Amir go up and down the field in previous weeks with his legs and his arm.
Who are you lying to?
Why
are you coming on this live and rage baiting me? Why can you not be objective for what's in your life? Why do you got to rage bait me? Just be real for once, please.
I'm giving you facts. I've seen Amir's team score 30 plus points. I've seen Amir do it with his arm, do it with his legs. I've seen you specifically say Amir can be an MVP candidate after he was player of the week.
What are you saying?
All right. So you said Amir could have been an MVP candidate. Now you're walking all that back. Now let me walk you like a dog because this clearly shows more about Galleria Guardians than it does about Mu'mineen because I know when Sudani has his full team, he's almost unbeatable because when he had his full team against us, look, it went down to the wire.
His full team against Doomy. What happened?
Look, there's a difference. Doomy's a regular season guy.
I got you, Tokes. I expect
Doomy to win regular season games. Wait, is Doomy not a regular season guy?
Bite onto it like a rat. Here's the cheese, Tokes. You got trapped, buddy.
Doomy's a regular season guy. I've said it once and I say it again. He's Aaron Rodgers. Doomy will always win the regular
So
season
if,
matchup
if he's Aaron Rodgers, then why are you not picking FC Palette? Why are you picking them on that?
because I don't. There's one thing that I trust less than
That's what
Doomy,
I
and
thought.
that's a Mickey team.
That's what I thought. Tokes, no
I'm
matter
just cooking
walking
you
you
over
do,
and over.
you take back your takes. You can run around the whole earth, whatever how many miles that spans, because that's all you do. All you do is backtrack. All you do is walk backwards. When you walk dogs, you don't walk forward. You backpedal. The dog backpedals with you because all you do is backtrack on your takes. You're the most biased guy I've ever debated with in my life. I can't believe anyone on the show can take you seriously because I'm the only one that comes on here and provides coaching analysis. But I guess that's your job. Every class has the smart guy. They have the nerd and they have the class clown. I guess that's you. You've taken that role, and I'll give you props. You take pride in that role. I'm sorry. I mean, good for you, bro. You're the class clown. If you want to be good at that, you can do it. But as far as I'm concerned, I come out here to provide objective coaching analysis. And I mean, if you want to come out of here and spew garbage and blasphemous takes, I'll let you do it. But is there anything else you want to say? Do you want to talk about Halal Hustlers? I mean, no one gives a crap about that team. That team's irrelevant. You might as well take that piece of paper, crumble it, take that roster, throw it in the trash, because that team doesn't even deserve to be
Look,
spoken about on this
look.
show.
Omar Aish was right. It might be the worst MFL team in the history of MFL. He might be right. It's up there with one of the worst teams ever. Wait, actually, I think it is the worst team in MFL history. There's only one team it competes with. Actually, a couple teams. The Hassan Johnson led Owen on the winless team, and then the Nasser Matrain led Owen 7 team.
Oh my god.
Those are the only other two teams that I'm putting into the mix with Ahed's team, and that's very bad company to be in.
I've heard
But
some people like Ali Benny, not to call names, but he's compared them to the Shack, the Free Smoke team. That team would run circles around this team. So if you ever want to
I,
compare
I, I
that
think
team
Nasser's
again,
team would run circles around this team.
who?
I think Nasser's team would run circles around Ahed's team.
I think they would too. Then Asher Kerr and Ali Benny make it.
Look,
Oh,
I don't.
Tokes.
I really don't. Look, I feel really, really bad for Amin because Amin was supposed to retire. He decided to come back and give it his all just to be stuck in hell like once again. I feel bad for Amin. These past 3 to 4 seasons, he's just been stuck in hell.
Dude, I
And
mean, had another 2 touchdown, 1 pick game. Like this guy is putting up stats on a daily basis with this shitter squad. And then I don't understand these stats. 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. He had 1 pick, and it looked like if you just looked at the score and I just told you what happened, you'd think this guy had 10 picks. He had 1 pick, and they couldn't muster anything on offense. Egypt, my team against Sudani, he had 3 picks, and we moved the ball up and down the field. Like I don't it doesn't make sense to me. It's like that one meme with Oppenheimer. Like that's what's happening
look,
right now. I don't
look,
understand it.
it's just such an unprofessional team. When you see Ayed, the captain of the team, playing a game with a wife beater on instead of his jersey, that just sets
Golly.
that just sets the tone. I mean, look, this team is just absolutely lost. I
Stop.
mean,
I don't want to talk about them anymore. They don't even deserve. They
I
don't deserve this
genuinely
airtime.
think the Habibi Elite next week might drop 50 on them. It
Oh
might be a
boy.
50-point blowout. I
All
mean,
right.
but
Azuz
let's
says.
let's get into some chat questions.
Azuz asked
Hamada,
me, would Hamada want a rematch against Habibi? I
answer
would,
that
I would pray
truthfully.
for that rematch.
Oh my God, no, you
Listen,
wouldn't.
I love competition. I love friendly competition. I love playing against Tokes, the man across from me. I like shutting him up on a daily basis. So that competition, I would absolutely love it. I know my quarterback would love it as well. That game, it kind of set the standard for the league at first. People thought after that game this might be the dirtiest league of all time. They were making allegations against us. Consider what we were doing. Nadim got suspended. Tokes got suspended. Egypt got suspended for half. Like it was bad. But hopefully that the rematch would be a little more cleaner. We'd keep the game on the field and talk our game on the field and show and win by, because we're the more talented team at the end of the day. But, that team, as much as I hate on Habibi Ali, I don't hate. I mean, I just spit facts. They're 1-3. I spit facts, but they have a very talented roster. I will give them that. You have Tokes, you have Nadim, you have Azuz, who, I mean, with all due respect, you might be better without Azuz, but you have Azuz. You have Yanad Rahmi, who's an underrated corner. Amr Al Yusuf, got Yusuf.
Naeem's been balling.
Naeem's the Creed Humphrey of the league. I mean, this team has he's Laramie Tunsil. You guys have the talent. So if you guys put it together against the
Look, we're
5-year-old,
starting to put it together.
Halal Sprite, I think it'd honestly be a really good game. I'm not coming out here and I'm not gonna be like you and say, oh my God, we'd blow them out. They're trash, small O, blah blah blah. I think it'd be a good game.
Yeah,
But
I'm being objective as well. Look, with the way it's looking like, it looks like you guys might get the bye week and we might go on a 3-game winning streak heading into the playoffs. If that happens,
crash course way
there's a potential semifinal matchup between
Mm.
Halal Sprite and Habibi Elite. So I mean, I would look for that. Would low key in my mind that would be the final, technically. But look,
All
we're all
right.
looking forward. I think if that game were to happen again,
I
I
look
think the
forward to it.
entire
I really
league,
would. I really would.
yeah, the entire
Mr.
league would be looking
Talak
forward to
says,
that.
did y'all's MVP votes change?
Well, I don't think we ever made a real MVP vote.
I don't think we did either, but I'm gonna go ahead and claim and I'm gonna go on a limb. I'm gonna make my take now. I'm gonna stamp it. Now I don't want to be a cop out and say it's between two players, but I generally do think it literally comes down to this week. Ahmed Egypt versus Dumi. If Ahmed Egypt goes undefeated, he's gonna get the MVP. There's a quarterback leading the best team in the league. He's gonna get the MVP whether you like it or not. But if Dumi wins, and after last week, I know it was Aid, but Dumi's team looked like the New York Giants last week without Dumi. They could not move the ball at all. Dumi comes in, 3 plays, 70 yards touchdown. It was light and day. Like that literally is the definition of the most valuable player. Without Dumi, they're the worst team in the league. With Dumi, they're one of the best teams in the league. So it comes
Look,
down to this week.
you know,
If they win, Habibi that's probably 4-0, 4-1, Dumi 4-1. But who has the head to head? It'd be Dumi, and I think at the end of the day, it would go to Dumi. What do you think, Tokes?
you know what? Some might call me a Halal Sprite hater, but before you even said anything, my MVP right now, going into week 5, as much as I don't like Halal Sprite, I have to say Omar Egypt is the MVP right now. Omar Egypt would get my vote if the season ended today. He's led the team to a 4. Now, I was going back and forth between Egypt or Ben, but because Ben plays both sides of the ball, and usually the MVP, they look for offense and defense. Even though it's a quarterback award, we've seen guys like AJ win it. We've seen guys like EB even win the award. Even though EB was a quarterback, there was times where EB's defensive side kind of stood out more. But look, I was going back and forth between a couple guys, Doomy, Ben, Omar Egypt, but look, he's led the team to 4-0 start. The turnovers have been cut down a bit recently, even though the comp has gotten a little bit less, but the turnovers have been still iffy, but not as much as he's more turnover prone than he has been.
He's a
But lately,
gunslinger. He's the Brett Favre of the league. He's a gunslinger. Brett
look,
Favre
he's
has the
gonna
most
turn it
picks
over.
in
But you know
NFL
what?
history. But he's a
You know what?
four-time
I'll
MVP.
give props where props is due. Right now, I'll give the MVP to Omar Egypt, but I think it'll really will come down to week 6, that seeding game, because the seeding game is going to be 1 seed versus 2 seed. So you guys might play Doomy this week and rematch Doomy again in week 6. So if Doomy wins both of those games, it really depends on these 2 games.
Told you, it depends. It comes down to that. All
But
right,
right
so
now, I would say the front runner is Egypt, Doomy is second, and
then you
third
think, or
and
Ben.
third
I give it to
and third I'd,
Ben.
I'd either put AJ or Ben
I can't play AJ. I
third.
mean, that team,
I
the
mean,
record's not good
AJ's
enough.
just his stats are too good for him not to be just mentioned.
All right, folks. Who is the best player? Amr Al Ahmed asks, who is the best player in each position group?
All right, well, we'll go through this very quickly. Best player at each position group. So receiver, I think
Receiver,
the best receiver right now is Ben. I'd
Ben.
say right now it's
I
Ben.
agree.
We held AJ was a no show last week.
Okay,
So
blocker.
the list is fluid. The best blocker in the league, I think I'll have to go with Noor
Mm,
Bakir right now.
I say
Um,
Sohaib.
actually, no, I'm going Mustafa Dalak. I'm going Mustafa Dalak low key.
Mustafa You mean
Oh no,
you're
no, no, not
thinking the
Mustafa
wrong guy?
Dalak. Muhammad Saradih's brother, Zaid Saradih. I'm low key
Oh,
going Zaid
Zaid.
Saradih. Okay, it's
Okay,
between Zaid
okay.
Saradih or Noor Bakir. It's
All
very
right, corner.
Naeem is close up there, but he hasn't had enough games played. So Naeem
Corner.
is close to being up
Give me a
there.
corner. Corner.
The best corner in the league. Look, I still think it's Didi. I still think Didi is
What
the
the
best
hell?
corner in
You
the
this guy's
league.
living under a rock. It's not
Look,
2012, bro. Relax.
Didi is
Didi.
just Didi's just dominant. Or I'm going Yanal Ramahi
You're
because
not a man. What are you saying?
Yanal held Ben to nothing. Then he turned around and held AJ and Khalil to nothing. And then the only game that Yanal missed, Musa actually went off.
So
So
are you gonna come out here right now and tell me Yanad Rahmi is a better corner than Amr Al Ahmed?
by far, I'm taking Yanal right this season
It's
over
pretty
Omar Al
simple to
Ahmed.
me. Musa was lighting the league on fire. He came up against Amr Al Ahmed, had 0 catches. It's pretty simple. It's Amr Al Ahmed. Next receiver. We already said receiver. We said corner, linebacker. It's pretty simple.
Oh, you
Tokes.
come on.
I think we're both
Recently,
agree on
Tokes
this.
made a
Let's move
switch to
on.
linebacker.
Shut the hell up. It's me. It's not even close.
It's not
Tokes
you.
agrees.
It's not you.
Safety.
I'm
Also Ben,
the
in my
best
opinion.
linebacker right now. I'm going low key Isakov. He's been balling. Isakov's been
That's a good
balling.
take. It's a good take.
I'm going to Isakov and Tokes, top two linebackers.
All right.
The best safety in the league, AJ. Come on,
AJ
that's
or AJ or Ben. AJ or Ben.
it's easily AJ. AJ's sideline to
AJ or
sideline.
Ben.
But Ben is around the ball a lot, but AJ's more of a ball hawk, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Rusher.
Best rusher, Idris.
Idris or Sohaib.
Without it,
Yeah.
it's
No,
no.
I
I'm
think
going
Sohaib leads the
Idris.
league in sacks.
We
I
had to
might
double team.
actually no, I'm gonna say Monty. I'm gonna say Monty.
No, I'm going Idris. It's without a. We had to double team Idris, Naeem, and Hossam. We're double teaming Idris, and Idris still was getting through.
I mean, Idris is a force to be reckoned with.
Look,
He's a
when you
massive
get
guy.
Idris versus Naeem, that's like cream of the crop matchup, and
It really is.
and Idris is still getting through untouched with no energy spent. And Idris is one of the most underrated flag pullers. A lot of rushers, they're very good at getting to the quarterback, but they're not good at pulling the quarterback's flag. I don't think I've ever seen Idris miss a quarterback's flag.
No, he's a force, man. I'm not gonna lie, he's a force. All
I'm
right,
going
and
Idris.
last question. I mean, this goes hand in hand with our last question, but Azuz asked best two-way player. Um, so I think to me it's either AJ or Ben, right?
Yeah, the best two-way player. Yeah, I feel like that goes into the other question. But actually, let me see
Hold
what the
up,
question
hold
was.
up. Mohammed Alan asked if you swap Tokes and Hamada, what team would upgrade and which team would go down?
Oh, Halal Sprite would be a real contender.
Guys, it's pretty simple.
Halal Sprite would be a real contender because we all know I'm the most quarterback friendly receiver in the league. I can play with any quarterback.
Are you kidding me right
Egypt
now?
Egypt would love to throw me
Are you
passes.
kidding me right now?
If you were on Habibi Elite, Big O would probably throw you about maybe two passes a game. You'd just be up there getting cardio and making sure Big O stays hydrated and making sure Nadim's shoelaces are tied and making sure Azuz has finger tape and maybe a apple or a banana to snack
Don't
on
do
at
that, Tokes.
halftime.
Don't do that, Tokes. We know the answer, guys. It's pretty simple. Tokes is gotta be one of the most overrated defenders in the league. I mean,
Over. Did you see what I did against Galleria?
shut up. It's Amir. It's one of the stop talking. Tokes
I made
running
I,
on
I
2 years
I'm
has
one of the
been
few players who can play
very,
any position
very.
defensively.
He's come up short a lot these past 2 seasons on defense. I mean, at this point, I'm taking Ali Benny at corner over Tokes. And he's playing out of position at safety. They moved him from safety because he was a liability.
Because I was injured,
Now he's
because
at
I was
linebacker,
hurt.
and the only
It
reason
was
he's
a
at
medical
linebacker is
decision.
because Azuz was gone and Yusuf was gone. So I mean, I go with Egypt, and now he's 4-0 all of a sudden after he couldn't get a single dub last season. Maybe he had one dub, but so I think it's pretty self-explanatory. So I think it's obviously me. Told Tokes got drafted one spot ahead of Hamada. I think that's clearly collusion. He glazed small O so that he could go to his team. But we know now that was the wrong decision because he much rather have gone to the real Big
I,
O than
I I
at
think
Egypt.
I think we all know what would have been happening if I was healthy all season long. You saw that glimpse of it last week. I took over the game last week. A healthy Tokes is a game changer. I'm a force multiplier when I'm healthy, Hamada. And alhamdulillah, finally I'm healthy. So the rest of the season, we might not lose another game with the way we're looking right now. So look, I'll give
Just hope
Halal
to God
Sprite some
everyone stays
credit.
healthy.
I'll give Halal Sprite some credit. Big O drafted very Omar Egypt drafted very well. And look, he's the MVP right now in my books, but people will still say I'm a hater. People will still say I'm hating somehow, even though I'm giving the utmost respect and the utmost props to this team. But before we leave, I want to answer one more question. And that question is, who do you think the wide receiver one on Mu'minin should be? Now that's a great question.
Well, we saw last week when it had to be Musa, he couldn't pull through. But I'm not gonna blame that on him. He was just versing the best corner in the league. So against any other team, he would absolutely cook. So it's clearly Musa. I mean, he just flashes off the screen. It's like you're watching a 70-inch Samsung curved TV. The way he just flashes off the TV like you're in 3D goggles. Yanel, he's come up short these last couple weeks. Alan, you couldn't pay him to show up some weeks, and so it's clearly Musa. He's the best player on that team.
Look,
It's pretty
I
obvious.
saw enough. Sudani's been trusting a guy for over a decade. And when you're trusting someone for over a decade, he should always be the go to. And you know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Yanad. That's been Sudani's go to guy for the past decade of MFL football. And he was clearly missed out there. The wavelength those two have is off the charts. I mean, I think Yanal has to be the wide receiver one on that team for them because look, when Omar hikes the ball and I'm watching film and he's going through his progressions, the first guy he always looks at is Yanal, and then he pulls it down and goes to his other reads. So we saw last week where Musa was first in the progressions. We saw how that ended up. So
Told
look,
you, because he was locked
but
up.
there's a
You can't do
sneaky
anything
guy who
about
could be a wide receiver one on that team, a sneaky guy, and that's Donish.
it.
Donish is a very sneaky player. Donish doesn't get enough credit. He's a great safety, first of all, and he has one of the most sure hands in the league. He gets open a lot. Omar has a lot of trust in him. So in the playoffs, I mean, look, we saw last year, game on the line. Who did Omar throw to get big conversions? Who did Omar throw to with game on the line? It was Donish last year. So I think it's really between Donish and Yanal at the moment. It could be Mo Allen, but Mo's been missing a lot of games, and Mo hasn't been playing football like that. So I think Yanal is should be the wide receiver one on that team, but that team is crazy stacked.
All right, Tokes, you want to end this off?
All right, guys, it was a successful episode. We'll see you guys all for week 5. And one thing I wanted to say is halal Sprite,
No, I want to get the last word.
more like halal starry.
Let me say this: Halal Sprite, grab a kite, take a hike. Egypt in 5. I'm out.